All right. Sorry about that, you guys. I had to make sure I got everything ready. As always, let's do a little mic test in here. And you guys, I'm so sorry I didn't go live the moment this news was breaking out. For those of you who may not know, I do have another job, and I unfortunately was at that job for about 4 or 5 hours during free agency. I wanted to originally request the day off so I could make videos and live streams, but just wasn't in the cards because one, a lot of us didn't even know when free agency technically was. Thank you, JV, again for letting me know, and thank you, Roy, for letting me know that the mic sounds good. I appreciate you guys. Thank you to everybody. Thank you to everybody that's in here. Yeah, so those are my excuses why I didn't go live. But you know what? I've said this once before, and I've said it, and I'll say it again. I kind of like to wait on stuff like this because you get all of the facts. You get everything ready to go instead of just making a reaction video like Kevin Durant's coming to the Phoenix Suns. Oh my gosh. Oh wait, there might be some hiccups along the way and some speed bumps. You guys get what I'm saying? So, anyways, unfortunately, no drinking for me tonight. I had a couple of them last night. I probably should have saved it for tonight though. But you know what? Drinking a nice Dr. Pepper. So if you guys got them, crack them open, and we will talk everything Phoenix Suns free agency. We have a lot to go over. I hope the stream isn't lagging, Bill. I'm sorry if that's happening. I hope it's not lagging. And also, sorry for the crappy camera quality. My good webcam was just not working. So pop them if you got them, you guys. Let's talk Phoenix Suns free agency. Cheers. Excuse me. You guys know me. I'm going to have the burps and the hiccups throughout this entire stream. I got some water too, guys. All right. Let's do it, you guys. Kevin Durant has requested a trade to the Phoenix Suns. You guys already know this. This is, hours ago. But it is official, you guys. Kevin Durant has listed the Phoenix Suns as a preferred trade destination. League sources tell Yahoo Sports and Chris Haynes. I'll talk a little bit about Chris Haynes a little bit later in the stream. But a lot happened today, you guys. And again, it all starts with Kevin Durant obviously requesting a trade. Now, if you guys did not know this, Kevin Durant is, and it's weird because Kevin Durant signed like an extension, I want to say like last year or something, for like 4 years. I think it was 194 million if I got my numbers correct. But like that contract hasn't officially hit yet. It's weird. But either way, he's under a contract for 4 years, $194 million. Technically, the Brooklyn Nets don't have to trade Kevin Durant. Technically. Again, you guys, I've said this like a million times. This isn't like NBA 2K where at the click of the button you can trade your disgruntled star. Just doesn't work like that. But you guys, I really trust Flex from Jersey. And the dominoes keep falling, you guys. And everything that us Suns content creators and Suns fans have been talking about are kind of coming to a reality. It's so crazy that just a few hours ago, sure, we were hearing some free agency stuff here and there, but we got the report that Kevin Durant wants to be traded. It's crazy, you guys. Like, it's crazy how fast the NBA moves. It's insane, you guys. So, here's the Chris Haynes tweets and everything. Here's the Woj tweet. Phoenix and Miami are among the 2 teams that Kevin Durant has on his wish list, sources tell ESPN. But the Nets plan to move Durant where they can to get the best possible deal. With 4 years on his contract, there's no shortage of teams willing to unload assets for Durant. He's absolutely 110% right. It's not like the Brooklyn Nets are going to be like, yeah, we're trading Kevin Durant and we're going in for a full rebuild. If I know their general manager, Sean Marks, like I think I know him, that's not going to happen. He's going to get the best available talent. If I'm correct, earlier today, Royce O'Neal signed with them. Nicholas Claxton, who I think is a good player, also re-signed with them. So it's not like they're just going to fold. It's not like they're just going to roll over and say, yeah, you can have Kevin Durant, give us wherever the heck you guys got. I am sure their phone lines have been off the hook. I am sure that it's probably like midnight over there because it's like 10 o'clock where I'm at. I'm sure they might still be on the phones. And they're going to be on the phones all day tomorrow. Now, I have more Flex stuff that I want to talk about later. Flex from Jersey was on AZ Family and for about like 10 minutes. And he said something that I really like. And again, I'll talk about this later. This live stream is going to be kind of all jumbled. It's going to be all over the place because I have so many things I want to talk about. So we're probably going to be here for a while, you guys. So strap in and get comfortable. But Flex said, first off, one big thing that he said is it's not a matter of if Kevin Durant will come to Phoenix. It's a matter of when. He said that the sources that he's talking to that this could take 5 minutes or it could take 5 days. That's the only kind of scary part. Not really scary, but like where I'm kind of like I'm a little hesitant is this could take a while, you guys. Sure, it's free agency. I know we're all going crazy and we're refreshing our feeds for Woj and Shams and all them and Flex and all them, but this could take a while, you guys, because again, the Brooklyn Nets have to listen to every single available offer. They have to process it. But with the way that Flex has been talking, it's a players' league, and if Kevin Durant wants to play for the Phoenix Suns, which he does, it's been reported, he's going to come to the Phoenix Suns. James Jones, Sean Marks will figure out a way to make that happen. Got to take a sip of my Dr. Pepper. We're already past 10 minutes. We're already past 10 minutes. And I haven't even really touched on everything I want to touch on. So this is going to be a long stream. I got to kick these bots out too. If you guys can maybe help me with that. I need to figure out a way to get moderators in here. I'm just nervous. Or not nervous. I'm just lazy to do that. Block user. Okay. Anyways. All right, let's get to some comments and then we'll continue talking about
everything else that I want to talk about. If I missed your question or comment, I do apologize. First off, thank you to everybody that's in here. We already got 86 people in here. Dragon Tails Bender, I miss you, Dragon Bender. Kevin Durant, if you are going to come to the Phoenix Suns, I'm sorry, but Dragon Bender's jersey has been retired officially by the Dragon Bender fan club, and you cannot take his jersey number 35 because I will cry if you do that. I should have worn a Dragon Bender jersey tonight. Anyways, Hey.Zero writes, we need KD, but find a way to keep Bridges. Exactly. First off, I've been seeing a lot of things on like how amazing it will be if Kevin Durant. Oh, yeah. And by the way, I got my phone turned on and I got Twitter pulled up and everything just in case anything crazy happens while we're going live, which I doubt. I feel like the day one of free agency, the smoke and the dust is settling and everything. But my point being is that it is going to be fucking awesome to see a backcourt of Devin Booker and Kevin Durant. And Devin Booker just having that freedom and relaxation, knowing that, and Chris Paul, duh, how can I forget Chris Paul? But you guys get my point. That is going to be a dynamic duo in which the league may have never ever seen before. It's going to be awesome. It's going to be one of the best duos, trios in NBA history. Chris Paul, Devin Booker, Kevin Durant, Mikal Bridges, if we can keep him. And we'll try to get into all that. If you guys have some like trade packages or anything, let me know. That's one thing we're not really going to talk about in this live stream is I really don't have any like trade packages ready to go because I'm lazy and I do have another job and I'm a busy guy. But again, if you guys got something, let me know and maybe send it to James Jones and Sean Marks and maybe they'll take it. So yeah. All right, let's move on here. Again, I will do my best to get to all your questions or comments. I'm just trying to see if I'm missing anything here. Yeah. Roy says Flex needs an apology letter. Exactly. I've never been a doubter of Flex, and he's been on this channel once before, and I honestly wish I could have gotten him on more often. But I am thankful that I've been on podcasts with him, like on the Suns Jam Session podcast and everything. You know, we've collaborated many times before. He's a very cool guy. And if you're doubting Flex after today, I don't know what to tell you. You're stubborn. Grow up. Believe in Flex. Flex is our Woj. Flex is our Shams. If you don't know who Woj and Shams are, I don't know what you're doing here. But yeah, he's literally our insider. That is my guy. And I can't wait to get him back on this channel, hopefully sometime in July. So yeah. All right, but let's move on here. Lots to talk about. Again, I'll do my best to get to all the comments and everything. So, okay, let's move on here. So we've kind of heard everything from like Phoenix is obviously on the wish list, Miami, and I was listening to a beat writer from Miami. I forgot his name. It's like Ira something. And he kind of made a good point. And as a fan of NBA history, I have to put my Phoenix Suns bias aside. And again, I'm not saying Kevin Durant's going to the Phoenix Suns because obviously Phoenix is higher up on the wish list. But he made a good point. Pat Riley. For those of you who may not know who Pat Riley is, NBA Hall of Famer, former player, former coach, current GM of the Miami Heat. Pat Riley has a lot of influence. Pat Riley loves to win. And according to this beat writer, Pat Riley has always lived in the moment. And that's why I think a big reason he wants to go to Miami is probably because of Pat Riley. And obviously because they have a nice team over there. I mean, Jimmy Butler, Tyler Hero, Bam Adebayo, all that stuff. Sorry, I'm just checking my phone to make sure I'm not missing anything. So yeah, that's kind of my thing on the Miami Heat. And again, there's a lot of speed bumps with this because obviously I think it all does start with DeAndre Ayton and how that's all going to work out because first off, it's got to be a sign and trade, not a trade and sign. It's got to be apparently there's got to be like a third team involved now. It is so freaking complicated. And as much as I know about the Suns and as much as I know about the NBA, this is like some expert level stuff. Like you really have to know your stuff and you have to get paid millions of dollars like the Suns front office is to figure the stuff out. But the fact that Kevin Durant wants to be in Phoenix, we've known this, we've talked about this. It is pretty amazing. It's even just amazing to think about. So instead of staring at my ugly face, I will just let you guys look at this. I saw this trending on Twitter. That's a cool image right there. Shout out to Suns Halftime who put that graphic together a while back. Take a sip of my Dr. Pepper while you guys look at that. Saw this trending right here. Just look at it, guys. It's beautiful. Kevin Durant could be a Phoenix Sun, man. And it's pretty awesome. And then shout out to Suns Uni Tracker, who even tweeted Kevin Durant and posted this beautiful image of what a Kevin Durant Phoenix Suns jersey is going to look like. It's amazing. I forgot who made this graphic, but I thought this graphic looked really cool. I'll have to like find the person that made it and link it in the description. But yeah, it's pretty cool. And then this was trending as well. Somebody made this Connor Witt, and it went viral. Kevin Bender Durant. I love it. Excuse me. But yeah, it's the Kevin Durant thing is real, and it's pretty amazing. Flex also tweeted this out too. Kevin Durant's preferred destination is the Phoenix Suns. Always has been. That was at 2:17 p.m. today on June 30th, 2022. A historic day for the Phoenix Suns. And we don't even have Kevin Durant yet. But damn it, it sure does feel like it. So let's move on here, you guys. Apparently, Brian Windhorst from ESPN said that Durant is, quote, focused on landing in Phoenix. And that one reason KD requested the trade today before the start of free agency was that DeAndre Ayton could be included in a potential trade package. And I guess he talked about his relationship with CP3 and Devin Booker. Now, Gambo, who, by the way, was right about the JaVale McGee thing. We'll talk about that later in the stream. Gambo was like going on, like he even uploaded the clip. So go to like Arizona Sports 98.7, their Twitter page. He uploaded it. He was talking about it. Gambo basically said, like, no matter what, you get Kevin Durant, you offer everybody. And he was going on. And I guess like one of his sources, I want to say it was Gambo. Yeah, I think it was Gambo. He said, have two sources telling me the Nets are not interested in DeAndre Ayton, may have to make a deal without him or with a third team. That's a lot. That's a lot to take in. I don't think it's possible financially, salary cap wise, to have Ayton, KD, Booker, Paul on the same team. I just don't think that is logical. I don't think it's possible. And again, I'm seeing a lot of stuff on Mikal Bridges. And, I was even listening to my guy, John, over at the Suns Jam Session podcast. He did something that I should have done. He went to his car or his truck and he uploaded a video and just talking about Kevin Durant. And he did make a good point. And I think a lot of Suns fans would agree here. And it sucks because I love Mikal Bridges. We might have to give up Mikal Bridges, you guys. Again, we don't know how this is all going to play out. Jay Crowder could be a trade chip rather than Mikal Bridges, which is probably why we've been hearing about Jay Crowder rumors lately, trade rumors. But again, the Brooklyn Nets aren't going to just roll over, rebuild? Because they also, I've been listening to some other stuff. They've also been mentioning that a lot of the Nets' future picks are owned by Houston. Now, I don't really know the value of those picks, but either way, Houston owns them. By the way, I could go on a whole tangent and rant about, what I think of the Houston Rockets and how they're building something kind of special over there. If you guys missed yesterday's stream, I went on a little rant about how I think the Miami Heat, or not the Miami Heat, how the Orlando Magic have a really good future. But anyways, so the Nets have Ben Simmons. On paper, they have Kyrie Irving, although that's probably not going to last very long. Kyrie Irving is just such a mystery, man. You gotta maybe think he did know Kevin Durant wanted out, or maybe they haven't even spoken and he didn't know, and maybe he assumed he was going to sign and KD would come back and everything would be all happy. Um, so I don't know. So again, the Nets don't have any picks from what I know for a while. They just re-signed Nick Claxton. They just got Royce O'Neal. Still have Ben Simmons. They have some nice players. Let's be real, they do. But again, if they lose Kevin Durant, they're not going to just take nothing. So it would probably have to be, let's just say DeAndre Ayton, probably Cam Johnson, Jay Crowder, and some picks. Let's be real. And maybe even more. Maybe they might want Mikal Bridges. I don't know. I really don't. Shout out to all the experts out there that are putting together trade packages, because I don't know, you guys. So that's really it, you guys, is we've been hearing all this stuff about Kevin Durant coming to the Phoenix Suns. Now, there is some other things that I want to continue on about Kevin Durant, and I want to talk about what Flex said recently. Also, speaking of trade packages, I didn't listen to the interview, but I guess Brian Windhorst also said that the Suns could use Ayton in a sign and trade to another team to acquire assets to send to Brooklyn. It's going to be insane, you guys. It really is. Like, and again, this could happen tomorrow. It could happen in a week. It could happen in 5 weeks. I don't know, you guys. So even if it seems like there's it's a little quiet on the KD front, just stay by your phones, you guys, because you never know. That news could drop like that. So let me take another sip of my Dr. Pepper, and I'll let you guys look at another beautiful image of Kevin Durant. And then we'll keep talking. And then later, I do want to talk about JaVale McGee and everything, and lots of other Sun stuff that went down today. So here's a beautiful picture of Kevin Durant. Anyways, all right. So let's talk about what Flex said. Flex was on the AZ family broadcast or whatever. Basically, he was on the news. That's how I look at it. And he said some interesting things. First off, again, shout out to Flex from Jersey. If you're doubting him at this point, then you're very stubborn. Flex is our NBA insider. He's our insider and everything. Flex said, and I quote, "Things are looking good. KD has an extreme appreciation for the Phoenix Suns, like our front office, James Jones, Monty Williams, Devin Booker, Chris Paul." He also said, and I quote, "I truly believe Kevin Durant will be a Phoenix Sun. There's been behind the scenes interest." And by the way, you guys, Flex has been saying all of this since like May. Now, didn't we? I don't remember. Like, the playoffs are like a nightmare that I don't want to remember, but weren't we like being eliminated from the playoffs in May? Something like that. I don't know. My brain and memory is terrible, but basically what I'm saying is Flex has known about this since May, whoever his sources are and his contacts, dude, like it's on the levels of Woj and Shams and all these great insiders. Shout out to Flex, man. God bless Flex. Like, seriously. I'm not even joking. Anyways. So Flex also stressed, and I'm sure he's been tweeting about it. He also stressed, you're not going to trade KD to a team that he doesn't want to go to. He's talked about this a lot on his Coast to Coast podcast with Dan Duarte, which I highly recommend. Go listen, especially go listen to the last 2 episodes. You'll hear a lot of the same thing you're hearing here. You'll hear a lot of the same thing that Flex has been tweeting about for the past whatever months, past week, past couple days. He basically is stressing to us that this is a player-driven league, which is kind of why I brought up Pat Riley and like the influence that somebody like that has. Player-driven league. This is Kevin Durant we are talking about. One of the greatest basketball players in league history. This is somebody, it's not like this is like, I'm sorry, I'm going to pick on Landry Shamet here. It's not like this is Landry Shamet. This is Kevin fucking Durant, man. He wants to be on the Phoenix Suns or the Miami Heat. He's going. And he's talked a lot about, doesn't matter, like salary caps matter and contracts matter and everything. And there is like, you know, certain rules that teams have to follow so they don't get fined and everything and get punished or whatever. But teams will figure it out. James Jones will figure it out. That's why he has a whole bunch of advisors and people working under him to figure this all out. So he also said that Kevin Durant isn't coming to Phoenix to not play with Devin Booker. So I don't know who reported it. I don't know who said it or if it was on ESPN or whatever. The narrative that Kevin Durant isn't going to play with Devin Booker, the narrative that Devin Booker would have to be traded. Yeah, it was like Bleacher Report. Bleacher Report was like, oh, like the Nets want Devin Booker in return if they're going to trade Kevin Durant. Psh, Kevin Durant is not coming to Phoenix if Devin Booker is not here. Secondly, we're not trading Devin Booker because it's Devin Booker, and we just signed him to a supermax extension, which we will talk about later. Devin Booker is not getting traded. Devin Booker is not getting traded for Kevin Durant. That just would make no sense. Roy says, Flex will go down as one of the best Suns sources in Phoenix Suns history. Exactly. I legit think the Suns should like retire his name in the Suns franchise history. I hope that James Jones knows who Flex is. And you know what? Even though everybody hates him, I hope that Robert Sarver knows who Flex is because he's a pretty damn good source. I hope Devin Booker and all of them know. Chris Paul. Which, by the way, I've seen pictures. Flex has tweeted out a lot of stuff in the past, and he does know these players. He's gotten to like meet them and all that great stuff. Shout out to Flex, man. But anyways, so as I mentioned earlier, I said this could take 5 minutes or this could take 5 days. That's another thing that Flex talked about. He said the biggest domino fell today, and that was for Kevin Durant asking for a trade. It's not a matter of if Kevin Durant will come to the Suns. It's a matter of when. So obviously there's a lot of bumps in the road to this. I think it all does start with DeAndre Ayton. Excuse me. I think that it all starts with DeAndre Ayton. Players that we all love will have to go. Salaries have to match. It's a players' league. Kevin Durant wants to be in Phoenix, and that's something that we can all go to bed tonight happy about. So, yeah, we're already past 30 minutes. So I'm going to take a sip of my Dr. Pepper. I love you guys. Thank you for all being here. We got 163 people in here. And Roy asked a good question. Again, I'm trying to get to everybody. Roy says, "Geek, when does free agency end?" If I'm correct, free agency doesn't technically like ever end. You know what I mean? Like because you can sign players like during training camp, and all that stuff, you know, at the start of the season. So I don't really think technically free agency ends in a way. It's a good question though. I'm sure there technically is probably like an official date, but like I've never heard anything about that. Shout out to my guy Cody who says, "What's up, Suns Geek?" Everyone in the chat, make sure to roundhouse kick that like button. I love that. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure to Hulk smash the like button, roundhouse kick the like button, and let's see here. We're just getting to some comments. What's up, gang? Or sup, gang on ESPN Trade Machine? It works out with Ayton, Crowder, and Cam Johnson. Exactly. I mean, you'd probably have to throw some picks in there. But yeah, it's that's probably a version of what the Nets are going to ask back. And there's a key player in there. Jay Crowder, man, he has been in trade rumors since before the draft. So I don't know, man. Yeah, Vernon makes a good point too. Don't forget James Jones played for Pat, so you know he gonna done get it right. Exactly. He knows how to do this. And you know what? Even though from time to time I've criticized James Jones, but I've also been a big James Jones supporter and a believer. If he gets Kevin Durant, he's one of the greatest GMs in Phoenix Suns history, hands down, right next to Jerry Colangelo. So, yeah. Jammin, if I said your name right, says Flex Coast to Coast podcast. He basically said KD is a done deal. Exactly. That's kind of what we've been talking about here. But anyways, there's lots of other stuff to talk about here, you guys. Again, I will do my best to get to your guys' comments. Ask me a question. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know any KD trade packages. Just let me know what you guys are thinking. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know if there was a free agency move today that surprised you guys. Like what did you guys think of the what's that guy's name? I don't know, Brunson going to New York. I forgot his first name because my brain isn't working right now. I had a long day, you guys. Again, I wish I would have went live earlier, but it was a long day. But I'm glad I'm live now. And also, for those of you who care, tomorrow after like 6, 7 o'clock my time, I will have a 3-day weekend. So any news that breaks, any news that drops, I'll be able to go live instantly. You won't have to wait like 5, 6 hours to listen to me rant. And yeah, so on that note, stay tuned for more Suns videos and everything. But lots more stuff to talk about. Okay, let's move on here. Again, if you guys got any more KD stuff, let me know. But we'll move on. Let me pull up the tweet here. I'm seeing a lot of people talk about it too in the comments. JaVale McGee has signed with the Dallas Mavericks. Now, let me see. Did I? Yeah, here. Oh, wait, that's not it. Sorry, I got a lot going on here, you guys. I thought I had it. Well, I don't have the screenshot for it because I'm stupid. But JaVale McGee has reached an agreement with the Dallas Mavericks on a 3-year, $20 million deal. League sources have told Yahoo Sports. JaVale McGee, 3-time NBA champion, received interest from multiple teams, which, by the way, Gambo was right about that, too. I even tweeted Gambo that, and he liked the tweet. Gambo literally said last night, like, multiple teams are interested. Dallas Mavericks was on that list. 3 years, $20 million. I think that's a fair deal. Again, with how expensive the NBA is, I think that's a pretty good deal. I think that JaVale McGee has pushed that Shaqtin' a Fool narrative aside, and he's proven that he is a good player. He's a veteran. He's a champion in this league. It also says he had a standout season with the Phoenix Suns, 9.2 points per game, 6 rebounds, 1.1 blocks, 74 games, 17 starts last season. JaVale McGee is a good player. And I guess I don't know if he did like an interview with Tim McMenamin or something like that from ESPN, but he said, or it says JaVale McGee told ESPN that he expects to be a Dallas starting center, which makes sense because, yeah, the Mavericks had a great season. Yes, they eliminated the Phoenix Suns in spectacular fashion. But Dwight Powell was their starting center. Like, and Dwight Powell is a fine player, but like, you're going to start JaVale McGee with that roster. It says that he expects to be the starting center. He will reunite with Coach Jason Kidd and assistant coach, former Phoenix Sun legend Jared Dudley, who are part of the Lakers title run with McGee. And I totally forgot about this. JaVale McGee had a very short stint with the Mavericks, like early in his career, if I remember correctly. And I guess McGee also said that he looks forward to lots of lobs from Luka. Quote, I saw some opportunities out there where I was like, oh, yeah, if they had a rolling big, they could dominate in a different aspect, close quote. Um, So a lot to unpack there, guys. First off, I really like JaVale McGee. I kind of went over his resume and everything. I thought he was a good veteran for us, a nice presence in the locker room. You could tell that he liked playing for the Phoenix Suns. Um, and he will be missed. I mean, first off, he's going to be missed for the fact that what I thought he provided on the court, Phoenix Suns still need, because right now Dario Saric is our only big man technically under contract, unless you count DeAndre Ayton. But let's be real, DeAndre Ayton's most likely gone. Um, so, and by the way, I could probably touch on the Dario thing. I mean, Dario, I don't know what's going to happen with Dario Saric now. Again, with it all starts with DeAndre Ayton and Kevin Durant, and then Dario's future will be sorry, I'm just checking my phone. Then Dario's future will be decided. So, yeah, in short, JaVale McGee will be very missed. I think he's a great player. I think the Mavericks get better with him. Now, losing Jalen Brunson to the Knicks obviously really hurts them. Maybe the Mavericks just couldn't pay Jalen Brunson. That's why he's going to New York. I'm happy for Jalen Brunson and the fact that I think he's a very underrated player. And he had a really good season and he had a really good playoffs for the most part. So shout out to him. And I'm gonna miss JaVale McGee is what I'm trying to say here, you guys. So shout out to JaVale McGee. I wish you the best. It sucks that we're losing you. And yeah. So let's move on here. Let me see. Let me get to some comments and then we'll move on to more Suns news here. Let's see. JaVale McGee to Dallas is Super Mario Hoops. McGee is leaving. It's gonna hurt. McGee to the Mavs. Let's see. Yeah, JaVale left us the way my ex left me. He thinks he got an upgrade, or she thinks she got an upgrade. That's a hilarious comment. Oh my gosh. It's gonna suck to not have JaVale McGee. The fact that he's going to Mavs of all places hurts. Hey, you know what? I do agree with you, but it could be worse. He could have gone back to the Lakers, or he could have gone to like the Spurs or some other team that we hate. So yeah. But anyways, let's move on here, you guys. I'm just seeing if I'm missing any good comments. RG says, why isn't Suns Geek drinking a Four Loco or Truly in my case right now? It's about to get crazy, man. I had a couple of those last night. And again, I should have saved them for tonight, but I think I'll save it until Kevin Durant is an actual Phoenix Sun. And when that moment happens, I'm going to stop whatever I am doing and film an insane reaction video and probably cry. And then I'll make like 10,000 videos about Kevin Durant being a Phoenix Sun. So, anyways, Chris Knapp says KD is not coming to Phoenix. Bro, have you not been listening and watching the past like few days with everything that's happening? Get out of here, bro. Anyways, uh, let's talk about some good news though, some happy news, some great news. Devin Armani Booker has signed a max extension. Let me see if I can find this tweet. Did I even upload this tweet? I'm just so off my game, you guys, tonight. Let's see. Nope, that's the wrong tweet. But yeah, Devin Booker is signing an extension throughout I think the 2027-2028 NBA season. Wait a minute. Give me 1 second here, you guys. I'm sorry. I gotta pull up the actual tweet, make sure I'm getting you guys the right source. Give me 1 second here, you guys. Here we go. Yeah, so Shams reports Devin Booker is signing a 4-year deal. I'm sorry, 214 supermax contract extension that he will sign as soon as next week. And he also reports that Devin Booker will be the cover athlete for NBA 2K23, which is just absolutely insane. Let me see if I can get this tweet here uploaded correctly. Give me a second here, guys. Here it is. There we go. Yeah, as I just said, 4-year supermax extension, 214 million. And Booker will also be the cover athlete for the 2K23. And if I remember correctly, I think somebody tweeted this that like 2K put out like a teaser video and they didn't really show anything, but they like were like showing the logo and you see this like spotlight moving or whatever, and it looked purple and orange. So this has probably been in the works for a while. But first off, it's absolutely amazing that Devin Booker is finally a 2K cover athlete. And look, I know that 2K has gone really downhill over the years, and even me, I've become less interested in 2K. I still play it, but I've honestly just become less interested as I once was. Just the fact that Devin Booker is on that cover and people will know his name even more than they already do. The younger generation of basketball fans will know who Devin Booker is. It's going to be awesome. And this has just got to, first off, Booker also signing a super max contract. It's got to just be a recognition, and it's got to be just an incredible feeling, not just for Devin Booker himself, but like for his family, his agents, his reps, James Jones, the Phoenix Suns organization, Suns fans. It's got to be just an incredible honor and recognition for everything that Devin Booker has been through, you guys. Whether you're a new Phoenix Suns fan or an old Phoenix Suns fan, Devin Booker has been here since 2015. And I think in his first year, we won about 36 games. And then it all went downhill from there pretty much. He was a part of some very terrible Suns teams. And there were so many times where there was all these BS trade rumors that never really gained any real traction. And there were so many times where the media would want Booker to leave. And he always declined all those things. And he always would tweet stuff out or post stuff like, hey, I love Phoenix. Even in some of Phoenix's darkest moments, he would tweet out like, Phoenix Suns this, or I love Phoenix and all that. He's done so many great things off the court for Phoenix, like charities. I think he has his own charity. I forgot what it's called. He's an incredible guy, Phoenix Sun for life. And even though I'm a little biased and I'm a little biased when it comes to my Suns and basketball history, he already is one of the greatest Phoenix Suns players of all time. And that's saying something. Look at my wall behind me. I mean, first off, you got the legend Alvin Adams, which, by the way, if you guys are watching, my guy Super Mario Hoops, uploaded a video. I still need to watch it, but he uploaded a video about how good Alvin Adams was and his thoughts on it. So go support him. He left a comment here. Um, Now you're in a predicament to spend on both the Legend and Standard Edition to get the best starting boost in the game and to get Book on the other cover. Exactly. So again, check out Super Mario Hoops' channel because he made a video on Alvin Adams. But my point being here, Booker's one of the greatest Phoenix Suns of all time. That's saying something. Alvin Adams, Dick Van Arsdale, Connie Hawkins, Charles Barkley, these legends on this wall. Dan Marley, Kevin Johnson, Sean Marion, Amari Stoudemire, so many other great players. Dragan Bender. I mean, you can't compete with Dragan Bender, but he's one of the greatest Phoenix Suns of all time. And it's funny too, because I was even telling my mom that today. I was like, I wonder what the covers are gonna be. I wonder if Booker will just be on one single cover alone, or if he'll be on like two covers. I'm like, either way, I'm buying that shit, and I'm gonna put it somewhere on my wall because it's Devin Booker on the cover of the only basketball game. Which, by the way, I could probably go on a rant of how I think 2K needs some competition now, and could also go on a rant how I think 2K needs to spend a couple of years rebuilding their game and making it better instead of just copying, pasting, and everything. You know what I mean? But anyways, that's a video for another time. So yeah, Devin Booker is signing a supermax, and he is just continuing to build his legacy as one of the greatest Phoenix Suns of all time. I think he's like 7th on the Suns all-time scoring list, and I'm sure he's got a ton of other records that I'm forgetting. You know, games played, points, minutes, etc., steals, assists. He's one of the greatest Phoenix Suns of all time, and just the fact that he's always wanted to play in Phoenix is pretty amazing. And if I can't talk. If the reward for that is getting someone like Kevin Durant and potentially winning a championship, potentially winning multiple championships with Chris Paul, who also wanted to come here, by the way, and Flex was right about that, then that's a pretty damn good award. And I'll just pop up this beautiful graphic right here. Let you guys look at that as I take a sip of my Dr. Pepper. So yeah. Also, shout out to David Kevin. Some of you guys might know who he is. He said Devin Booker will be under contract with Phoenix to the 2027-28 season. And he put together the numbers. He'll basically be making $33 million this upcoming year, 2022-23, then 36, 46 million, 51 million, 55 million, and then in the 2027-2028 season, 59,140,746. I don't know if that's like the exact estimate, but that sounds like a pretty legit set of numbers for Devin Booker. And he's already probably super stinking rich with all the other contract money he's made and all the endorsements and all that stuff. And if I know Devin Booker, like I think I do, obviously he's super rich, you know, has a fancy house and super nice cars, but he's even talked about how sure you got to spend a little money on yourself, but I think he's honestly put a lot of that away. I know he's donated a lot of that money to charity, and shout out to Devin Booker, man. Not only just one of the greatest Phoenix Suns of all time, but just one of the all-around great people. I don't think I've ever heard anything bad about Devin Booker. And believe this or not, you guys, I've actually met Devin Booker a few different times, whether it was at a game, before games. He's always been super nice to me. And again, I don't think he like knows who I am, but I'm sure he's like seen my face and probably seen some of my videos and all that. But he's great guy. Shout out to Philly Take with RB. I appreciate you watching, man. Big fan of your content, bro. Love what you're doing over there. He says, bro, if you guys get KD, it's a wrap on the league. Exactly, man. Like, and that's something I've neglected to talk about. If we get Kevin Durant, we got to pray that he first off stays healthy, but that we all stay healthy as a team, because we saw what happened to Chris Paul. But we will be even more dominant, especially if we can figure out our bench flaws and everything. Um, Philly Take with RB also says, keep killing it with the great coverage. 100. Appreciate you, bro. Right back at you, man. Go subscribe to Philly Take with RB. Even if you're not a Sixers fan, go subscribe. Send him some love. Tell him that Suns Geek sent you. So I'm just checking my phone here to make sure I didn't miss anything. But yeah, it's been a crazy day, you guys. June 30th, 2022 will go down as the day that Kevin Durant requested a trade, and the day that we found out that Phoenix is his preferred wish list target to come. And on some other kind of not really Suns news, I'm calling it Suns news, but it's really not Suns news. For you real Phoenix Suns fans out there, Allen Big Sauce Williams, another all-around great guy, done a lot of stuff for the Suns, played on our team for a while. I made tons of videos back about him back in the day. I think he's played overseas for the past few years. He tweeted out, KD and Book, yo, hey, at Suns, if y'all need a big off the bench to rebound, play hard, set great screens, which, by the way, he's right. That's somebody that a lot of teams could use, as a guy that can set great screens. Hit me up. What y'all think, my real Suns fans? And then our former GM, the man that drafted Devin Booker, the man that signed Big Sauce, Allen Williams, to come to Phoenix, tweeted back. NBA teams, if you need a backup center and a great locker room influence, I have a muscle candidate, or sorry, I have a strong candidate. He pointed down Allen Big Sauce Williams. Guys, I loved Big Sauce when he was here. Shout out to my guy John. Long time ago, he was doing this like giveaway, and he gave me I won a Big Sauce autographed jersey. And Allen Big Sauce Williams is always giving back, just a generous, great guy. And in my opinion, somebody that should still be in the league. I loved Allen Williams when he was here. So even though I think it's unlikely, I would love Allen Big Sauce Williams here. And we need to get him back to the Valley. So that's really it. I mean, I could probably spend more time talking about KD, which I do have one more thing I want to talk about Kevin Durant about, which again, if we get Kevin Durant, we got to all pray, even if you're not a believer, we got to all pray that Kevin Durant, Chris Paul, and Devin Booker stay healthy. We would definitely need to improve our bench, because we would probably lose players like Cam Johnson, etc. But let me just read you guys just a little bit of Kevin Durant's resume. Kevin Durant, 33 years old, probably will be 34 soon. But let me just read you just a little bit of his resume here. 12-time NBA All-Star, 4 scoring titles, 1 MVP. It's crazy that he's only won 1 MVP. 2 NBA titles, 2 finals MVPs, one of the greatest scorers the league has ever seen. And I'm somebody that has studied NBA history. I'm somebody that is kind of biased about the greatest scorers in NBA history. I mean, he's up there, you guys. There have been some incredible scorers. I'm not talking just players. I'm talking scorers in the history of the league. And this current generation of NBA has a lot of them. Kevin Durant's up there with some of the best ever. I mean, this is a guy that's like, what, 6'10", 6'11", and he moves like a point guard. even at the age of 33, 34, he's doing it at an incredible level. 29 points per game last season, basically 30 points per game last season. And also 7.4 rebounds, career high 6.4 assists. So if you look at that, if you look at it just from a number standpoint, Kevin Durant brings you everything that we would be giving up, plus more. And I understand that there's lots of fans that want to keep DeAndre, and I get what you're saying. I understand it. I get you want to keep Mikal Bridges. I get you want to keep Cam Johnson. I love those guys. But you're basically getting that in Kevin Durant. I mean, guys, go on YouTube, man. Watch some highlights of Kevin Durant. He is incredible. So that's basically it, you guys. I mean, if the Suns can get Kevin Durant, you go get Kevin Durant. And I guess I'll also end with this, is that the whole Brooklyn Nets situation is just so strange, man. I wish I could be a fly on the wall and just see what's going on, because apparently, um, the leadership there, whether that's Sean Marks, whether that's Steve Nash as head coach, the quote leadership, whoever that is, whether it's ownership, front offices, the coaching, maybe the players, maybe it's Kyrie. Apparently, the leadership there is not strong. So I wanted to talk about Chris Haynes earlier. If you don't know who Chris Haynes is, insider for Yahoo Sports, does a lot. He's everywhere. He is one of those also insiders that is kind of up there on the levels of Woj and Sham. Sometimes Chris Haynes finds out about stuff before they do. I listened to an interview with him earlier, and when he covered the Warriors as a beat writer for them, believe this or not, although KD sometimes tweets out stuff and gets into it with fans, according to Chris Haynes, who covered the Warriors when Kevin Durant was there, he said, and I quote, he doesn't like all the drama. He loves to play basketball. He loves a nice, respectable structure in a team. And I know there's all this controversy going on with Robert Sarver and everything. I'm sure KD's willing to look past that, because let me just repeat what Chris Haynes said. He doesn't like all the drama. He loves to play basketball. Loves a nice, respectable structure. What do you guys think you're getting with Chris Paul right there? Chris Paul doesn't fuck around, man. Like, if you don't work hard, get out. Monty Williams, same thing. If you don't work hard, if you don't play hard, if you're not a character kind of person, if you're not a character player, like if you don't have good character and you also don't work hard, get out. We're trading you. That's that kind of what I call that Greg Popovich mentality. So if what Chris Haynes is saying about Kevin Durant is a person and as a worker, then Kevin Durant is perfect for this team. We all know Monty Williams loves him because, one, he coached him, and two, I mean, he's been in the league for years and they know each other and they love each other. We obviously know he won a gold medal with Devin Booker. So they love each other. Even prior to them winning a gold medal, they had so much respect for each other. And I like how Chris Haynes talked about that, how, sure, we're looking at the numbers. We're looking at the trade packages and everything. But he talked about, how is Kevin Durant like as a person? You know what I mean? I think that's awesome. So shout out to Chris Haynes, man. All right. So I think what I'm going to do is we'll do kind of a Q&A, ask me anything now. I'll get to the chat, because I could probably go another 30 minutes just reading some of the chat in here. And then we'll probably call it. So First off, though, we did just pass an hour. I appreciate you guys all watching for this long and listening to me rant and talk about everything. Sorry if this live stream was a little jumbled, but seriously, you guys, I truly appreciate the support. I mean, the fact that you guys are supporting this channel and this channel is continuing to grow, especially with all the other Suns content creators out there. You guys have so many options. The Suns community is spoiled with great Suns content creators. The fact that you guys continue to watch me is spectacular. It's an amazing feeling. I feel like $1,000,000 because of you guys. So just wanted to say thank you. And again, the best way to support me, you guys, the absolute best way is just to keep watching. I encourage you guys to subscribe, but just keep watching me. That's the best way to support me. Hulk smash the like button as well, you guys. Oops. What did I just do? I don't know what I just did. Anyways, sorry. Uh Hulk smash the like button, share the stream, you guys, because that really helps. And if you guys know YouTube at all and you know the algorithm, they like the numbers. So they like when they see people click the like button. They like when you guys leave comments. So if you're on a channel, like whether it's mine or somebody that you really like, leave a whole bunch of comments because YouTube sees that. They're like, oh man, this video got a whole bunch of comments. Let's recommend this guy's content more. So I meant to have this up too throughout the entire stream. But anyways, let's get to the chat. I'll answer some questions. Let me take another sip of my Dr. Pepper. Screw it. Let's go for a little bit longer. Cheers. Um, let's see. Jay Fish says, "Do you think teams are talking?" Now, I'm assuming. Are you just saying like, do you think like the Suns and the Nets are? I think teams have been on the phone and endlessly since before the draft. I think some teams are they've been talking since they were eliminated from playoff contention, because the draft was like a few days or a week ago or whatever, you guys. Like teams have been on the phones constantly. Now it's 11 o'clock currently where I'm at. So I'm sure teams have closed their offices and they're figuring it all out. By the way, guys, not Suns were wait a minute. Wait, what is happening? This is why I'm glad I got Twitter pulled up. So Woj just tweeted. At first, I was like, "Oh, this isn't Booker or it isn't Suns news," but it is. Woj just tweeted now. Suns star Devin Booker has agreed to a 4-year, $224 million supermax extension. So he got what? 12. He got more money, according to Shams' tweet. Let me see if I can screen cap this for you guys. This just broke just now. Karl Anthony Towns got an extension as well. So you're getting live breaking news. Screw it. I'm just going to screen share and you guys can just see what I'm looking at. Give me a second here, guys. Pull this up. How do I do this? Screen share. Here we go. Give me a second, guys. Screen share. Window, Chrome tab. Yep. Adrian Wojnarowski share. Okay. Let me make sure it looks good on my end. Ooh, that does not look good. There we go. There we go. Hopefully you guys can see what I'm looking at here. So yes, this literally just broke a moment ago. Because look at the time, 11 o'clock, June 30th. Phoenix Suns star Devin Booker has agreed on a 4-year, $224 million supermax extension. His agents, Jessica Holtz and Melvin Booker, his dad, by the way, of CAA basketball, tell ESPN the deal begins in 2024-25 and brings Booker's total contract value to 6 years, $295 million. Devin Booker, I hope you are drinking a very expensive, tasty glass of wine right now. And I'm serious. By the way, go follow me on Twitter at SunsGeek or at SunsGeek on YouTube. Just search Suns Geek and you will find that. Um, so yeah, that's awesome. And then also from Woj, John Morant, excuse me, John Morant, 5 years, 193 million, rookie max extension. Nikola Jokic signs the, and it's funny, Woj. So they say it's the longest, or sorry, they say it's the largest deal in NBA history. 5 years, 270 million. But I feel like the largest deal in NBA history changes year from year. That's how expensive the NBA is. The NBA is just so damn expensive that like every other day a player has the largest contract in NBA history. But congratulations to Nikola Jokic. I mean, he's one of the greatest players ever, and he's just getting started. I'd be lying to you if I said that Nikola Jokic, like if I didn't like Nikola Jokic and I didn't think he was a great player, I'd be lying to you guys. So there's Karl Anthony Towns, 4 years, 224 mil. Um, Same agency as Devin Booker. I didn't know that. That's pretty cool. Jessica Holtz, CAA basketball. It's pretty awesome. Also, another thing I wanted to talk about, since my guy Super Mario Hoops is watching, Andre Drummond has agreed to a 2-year, $6.6 million deal, which that's like super freaking cheap. With the Chicago Bulls, I like that. I like that deal. The second year is a player option deal. I like that move for the Bulls. I don't know how Super Mario Hoops feels about that, but I think that's a good move for the Bulls. Um, so yeah, pretty crazy that we got a little bit of breaking news during the stream. So thank you, Woj. It's funny because I was like, oh, free agency's done and the news is over with and the dust is settling. And then we got all this news that just dropped. Super Mario Hoops writes, no, don't remind me. Well, you know what, Super Mario Hoops? You guys got Tony Bradley. You got Andre Drummond. You guys are set for the future. You guys are going to be a championship contender for years with Tony Bradley and Andre Drummond. But anyways, so let me end this screen share and I will try to get to some comments. I wanted to do that earlier. Is there anything else you guys would like me to look up? I would say let's go watch some Kevin Durant highlights, but I'd probably get copyrighted or whatever. But oh god, we got another bot in here. So yeah. Bobby Marks is tweeting out some stuff too on some of these numbers. But yeah, so anyways, that's that. Let me stop the screen share. There we go. Okay. Great question from Abraham to kind of stop the dead air that I was having. Suns Geek, do you think Bismack Biyombo will be signed back to Phoenix? I sort of mentioned this earlier in terms of Dario Saric, because technically on paper, sorry, I'm just reading a tweet. Technically on paper, Dario Saric is the only player on contract, the only big man on contract. I hope we bring back Bismack Biyombo. I really do. Again, I talked about this last night. I thought he had a great season. I thought he was a great fit for us, a great player, a guy that works hard, a guy that plays hard. Sometimes he would low key win us games just by his energy and things he would do out there, especially since JaVale McGee is gone, which I think just right now that hit me that JaVale McGee is actually gone. He's going to be playing for another team. I would love to bring back Bismack Biyombo. I hope we can bring back Bismack Biyombo. But Suns Geek, what would that contract look like? It would probably have to be pretty cheap. Again, here is the now this was posted a while ago. this is the Suns' salary cap situation. Let me lower this comment here. Thank you, Abraham, for the comment, by the way. This is the Suns' salary cap situation as of a while ago. I'm sure this has been updated. And again, you can take off Aaron Holiday, you can take off JaVale McGee and everything. And Bismack Biyombo made over $1 million. And I think he actually donated all that money to his home country of Congo. And he did all that charity stuff in the hospital and everything. So God bless him. But I think it'd have to be pretty cheap. You know, maybe we can get him. Again, I don't know how it all works. Maybe on some kind of veterans contract. I don't know if he'd come back for the minimum. I don't even know what the minimum looks like. Um, so hopefully. Oh yeah, I forgot to talk about this earlier. I think it was last night. Jay Crowder. No, it was this morning. 9:41 a.m. Jay Crowder tweeted out this. Who knows what that means? The glasses cool emoji, the praying emoji, and the devil emoji. I don't know, you guys. I don't know what's going on with Jay Crowder. And I like Jay Crowder. I really do. But again, if you're going to get Kevin Durant, you got to unfortunately give up guys like a Jay Crowder. I'm just pulling up some stuff here that I tweeted out earlier. Oh, by the way, here's a pretty decent, not pretty decent because I've used it in my thumbnails. Here's a pretty awesome picture of Kevin Durant and Monty Williams. Shout out to Bryce Wheeler, who made that awesome graphic a while back. And yeah, what's this tweet? Oh, yeah, here's the Shams tweet from 5 p.m. earlier today. But, anyways, let's get to the chat. I think we'll call it because I'm kind of just freestyling at this point. Just kind of just talking about whatever. You guys can ask me other things too if you guys want. Let's see. Geek, bring back Ricky Rubio or get Dennis Schroeder. I sort of talked about this last night. I would love Ricky Rubio to be on this team. But one, I don't know how much that would cost the Phoenix Suns. Two, I don't know how much he would demand to want to come back to Phoenix. Three, technically, if I'm correct, I think Indiana still owns him, or he might be a free agent. But Cleveland, from what I've read, really wants him back. And I cannot stress this enough. Ricky Rubio was having a great season before he got hurt. And it sucks that he got hurt because the Cavaliers were they were arguably one of the best stories in the league this year. They just got trounced by injury. And sorry, I'm just looking at some stuff here. And I think if they were somewhat healthy, they would have made the playoffs. It sucks that they didn't. And I think they'll probably want to keep Ricky Rubio. Just my personal opinion. So Alex says, do you think we can get Durant and keep Mikal? Probably, but we'd probably have to give up a little bit more. I mean, again, it would probably have to be a DeAndre Ayton, Cam Johnson, Jay Crowder, multiple picks, and maybe somebody else would be thrown in there. But that would be a pretty elite lineup. Chris Paul, Booker, Durant, or would Bridges be the third, like the small forward, shooting forward? Durant would be power forward probably. And then who's our center? Bismack Biyombo, Dario, somebody else. So let's see. Let's see. Bring back Bender. I wish we could bring back Bender, man. Dragan Bender is one of my favorite players of all time. Ooh, so I almost clicked the wrong comment. I almost clicked one of those stupid bot comments. Let's see. Yeah, Super Mario Hoop says Rubio is a free agent, but somehow I think the Cavs can sign him back again. Exactly. So I agree. But Landon here asks a good question. What was meeting Devin Booker like? First off, I do have some pictures of this. And Booker in the past has been generous enough to give my friends and I stuff, whether it was like a t-shirt, whatever. He's been very humble. I had some of that stuff in my closet. Um, I have an autographed pair of Jared Dudley shoes. I'm not even joking. That's how much I used to be like when I did live in Phoenix. I'd just be like obsessed with the Suns that I would get cool stuff like that. But I like this question because obviously Booker is a superstar and not everybody gets to meet Devin Booker because there's way too many people. Um, I'll say this. When I first met him way back in the day, and I wish I had the photos. Maybe I'll do a video later in the future about my every experience I've had with Devin Booker. Um, his crowd at that time wasn't that big, and I remember I took a really blurry picture off of a really I didn't have an iPhone back then, let me tell you that. So the picture's very blurry, of me and Booker, but my friend kinda edited it so it looks a little better. Um, yeah, I met Devin Booker, he's very nice, he's very well spoken, and, it was just chill, man. And for those of you who may not know, I actually got to go to a few shoot arounds in the past, and I didn't really ask Booker any questions, but I got to like film him answering questions from the media. It's pretty cool. Again, maybe one day I'll do a video on that about my experiences with the Suns and all that. So, yeah, Booker's a really cool guy. If you ever get a chance to meet him, just remember first off, you guys, these are human beings and they do get nervous when tons of people surround them. There was one time I met him, he like had stopped his car at the parking garage and there was like so many people around him. He was like, get away from my car. Like he didn't say it mean. He was just like, get away from the car, you know? So Devin Booker is pretty awesome. Thank you for the question, Landon. Let's see. Okay. Got some good questions here. I'm just trying to make sure I didn't miss any. Um, mm, uh, I don't want to butcher this name, but BZ writes, "Hey Suns geek, how long you been a Suns fan for?" Great question. I want to say for most of my life, if not all of my life. For those of you who may be new to this channel, I've been first off doing this YouTube Sun stuff for years. Um, but I remember when I was a kid, I just loved playing basketball. I loved watching basketball. And I guess my real fandom started when I was like in my teenage years, and that was when we got Steve Nash and the Run and Gun Suns. But even prior to that, I was a big basketball fan. And but again, I would say probably since I was a kid that I've just loved the Phoenix Suns. I've loved basketball. I can't repeat this enough. I've studied the history of the league. I've studied the Suns history, and I just love the Phoenix Suns. I love NBA basketball. I always will. And it kind of depresses me. I actually had a conversation with a coworker today. I was like, "Hey, man," I was like, "Are you into basketball?" And like just the way he responded, he was like, "Oh man, like I used to be." He didn't really tell me why. And he probably had his reason, but it makes me sad when people say they used to be a fan of basketball. And I'm sure I understand their reasons, but so yeah, I've been a fan for years now. Always will be. Phoenix Suns for life. And again, I've been doing the Suns YouTube stuff for years. So um Bill says I almost met Devin Booker at Fry's in downtown Phoenix. Yeah, that was weird. He was like, he like not tweeted, he posted on his Instagram story that he was like at Fry's. By the way, have you guys tried like his drink? Like, I don't currently live in Phoenix, but I guess he has like a drink out there. Let me know if you guys have and if it's good. Um, Elias says Torrey Craig at starting center. With all due respect to Torrey Craig, if you're starting Torrey Craig at center, you're not doing something right. I get what you're saying, but that's not happening. J Matrix writes, do you think Cam J and Bridges are untouchable? Not for Kevin Durant. If there's a way you can figure out to keep Bridges in a Durant trade, then yes, Bridges is untouchable. But it's Kevin Durant, man. You get Kevin Durant no matter what. And even though I wish we could keep all of our future draft picks, you have to give up future draft picks. So no. Let's see. Samuel asked a good question. The Valley jerseys discontinued next season. To my knowledge, yes. And let me give a shout out here to the person that made this graphic. Shout out to Suns Uni Tracker. Seriously, go follow them because that guy has been all over any and all Suns jersey stuff. And I think there's also like an NBA Uni Tracker that they're partners with, and there's people that like cover this stuff, and they're like on top of it before like a lot of us know about it. According to him, which by the way, I made a whole video about this because Suns Uni Tracker was posting all this stuff about apparent leaked Suns jerseys and uniforms. I made a whole video about it. I'm very confident in saying that the Valley jerseys will not be back next year. Oops. So excuse me. So if you have a Valley jersey, I find that stuff hard to wear now because of the taint and the bad memories that those jerseys will forever have. You know, with us getting embarrassed in the playoffs, wearing them and everything. Don't get me wrong, I'm gonna like keep all that stuff, but like I don't want to like wear like I don't even know if I want that on my wall anymore, just because it's got the Valley stuff. You know what I mean? So yes. And apparently the Suns are getting new uniforms this upcoming season. And how great would Kevin Durant look in a Suns jersey? Arizona Nation writes, hey, Suns Geek. I like your YouTube videos. You're awesome. Report to us about the Phoenix Sun. Well, thank you, man. Thanks for the nice comment. Comments, guys, you honestly don't know. Like those comments like that, like motivate me on the daily to keep doing the Sun stuff. So, yeah. James writes, good job, young man. Enjoyed watching. Well, thank you, James. I appreciate you. Samuel writes, I got Steve Nash's autograph his rookie year at Fiesta Mall. Line was 10 people long. See, that's why I was telling that Devin Booker story. Devin Booker's rookie year, I went to a game. I went early. He was doing warm-ups. He stopped for some fans. There was like maybe 7 of us. I actually have the picture of me standing with a group of fans talking to Devin Booker. And then I have a picture with Booker. It's really blurry. It wasn't taken on an iPhone quality camera. And then I think I have like another picture with Booker. So, but yeah, that's a funny story, man. It's funny you say that. I would love KD, but we have struck out in the past, so my hopes are not high. People love to flirt with coming to Phoenix. LaMarcus Aldridge, for you fans that remember that. Blake Griffin, KD once before. Fingers crossed, Suns Nation. Hope y'all well. Yeah, I mean, we don't know. We don't know. Who knows what's going to happen? Yes, the Phoenix Suns are keeping Chris Paul, Josh. Yes, they're keeping Devin Booker. Don't fall into that narrative. The Phoenix Suns win the championship, you'll be the happiest man on earth. Absolutely. I will do some crazy stuff the day the Phoenix Suns win the championship, and I will legit cry. I will have tears of joy, and I will be going crazy, and I'll be straight up celebrating for a whole month or longer after we win the championship. Um, all right, let's see. Oh, we got a super chat. I'm sorry, Andrew. I meant to pull this up earlier. Shout out to Andrew for the $5 super chat. Hey, Brandon, at church college group, so busy at the moment. Do part two Suns fans during the offseason video. The first part was hilarious. Thank you, Andrew. First off, thank you for your kind, generous donation. I appreciate you, man. Thank you for always supporting the streams. I see your comments. Thank you, man. I appreciate you, brother. And yeah, that video was for fun. I was kind of bored that whole week. I had a week off of work, and I just was like, screw it. I'm just gonna kind of poke fun at Suns fans, poke fun at myself because I did make fun of myself in that video. And I will do a part two, especially with all this Katie stuff going on. I'll definitely do a part two. Like I said, I have a 3-day weekend coming up, so I'll definitely be making videos, and maybe I'll do like a Suns fans during the offseason part two. So, but again, thank you to the for the $5 super chat, man. Appreciate you, bro. Let's see. This shows KD and Dragan Bender's 35. This is a bigger travesty than when Devin Booker stole number one from Suns legend Yata Tabusi. Amen, Super Mario Hoops. You're speaking facts, bro. Oh man, I remember when Yata played. I think that's how you pronounce it. I remember when he played a few minutes throughout the season. He was with us like 1 year, and the Suns fans went nuts. Do you OG Suns fans remember Pat Burke? Dude, I loved Pat Burke, man. When he had that like historic night draining threes, the crowd was. I wish I would have been at that game. I truly wish I would have been at that game. Pat Burke was great, man. Derek asks, when will Kevin Durant be traded? I'll just repeat what Flex said, man. Kevin Durant could be traded in 5 minutes or in 5 days. Who knows? Could be longer. And that's one thing I do want to just kind of my final thoughts on this. Um, let's take the Suns out of it for a minute. Let's just pretend the Suns were not in the running. Let's say the Suns were a bad team and Kevin Durant had no interest in coming here. As a fan of the game of basketball, not just the Suns fan, a part of me kind of wishes we would have been able to see a fully healthy Kyrie Irving, James Harden, Kevin Durant duo. You guys know what I mean by that? Like, as a fan of basketball, I wish we could have just seen what that would have looked like, even if it just was for a full season. And this might sound strange, but even a part of me, again, take the Suns out of it, just completely take the Suns out of it. A part of me kind of wanted to see what a Kyrie, Simmons, KD would have looked like. You guys get what I'm saying? That's kind of my final thoughts on this whole KD stuff day one. um let's see. Landon also asked, did you meet Cam J at his lemonade stand? Oh, I wish I could have gone to that. I unfortunately did not. Um okay, let's see. JV writes, not Suns related, but hearing you talk about meeting D Book reminded me of the time I met Luol Deng at the Bulls Bucks game 3. He was a really nice dude. Shout out to Luol Deng, man. I always liked him as a player. I think for a long time he was like technically under contract, but wasn't playing in the league. Whatever happened to Luol Deng? Where is he? Is he okay? Does anybody know? Let me know if you know what Luol Deng's been doing. But yeah, shout out to Luol Deng, who I think technically, if I remember correctly, I think technically the Suns drafted him, but then traded the pick. I mean, this was like when we were the run and gun Suns. I think we also drafted Rondo, which that would have been fucking awesome post Steve Nash. Anyways, got another super chat here. Thank you so much, Hector. Hector asked a really great question that I wish I had the brain power to answer. I'll do my best here, Hector. Thank you so much for the $5 super chat. I appreciate you, man. Oops, I didn't mean to close your comment there. He said, "What does next season look like realistically, in your opinion?" The Suns trade for Kevin Durant. DeAndre Ayton's not on the roster. Hopefully, we can keep Mikal Bridges. There will be some bumps in the road throughout the season. We're going to have to improve our bench. Suns fans are going to go in an absolute panic when we lose our first game with Kevin Durant, because Suns fans always panic whenever we lose a game. But the dynamic duo of a Booker and KD backcourt would be great. Even if Kevin Durant is on your team, you are at least a contender. I truly, fully believe that. You have a shot at the playoffs. You have a shot with Kevin Durant. And it's going to be a fun season. That's my, hopefully that answers your question. Because obviously we don't know. We could be having a completely different conversation tomorrow about the Phoenix Suns. So yeah. Thank you so much, Hector, for the generous $5 donation. I appreciate you, man. Hads or Hades writes, "Hey, Suns Geek, I can make a profile pic for you with Devin Booker in it." I'd be, first off, anybody who makes me anything, I am absolutely flattered by. So if you have the time and you would like to do that for me, sure, tweet it to me or reach out to me on social media somehow. I'd appreciate that. I've had people make me fan stuff before. I'm always humbled by it. Um, Shout out to my guy Reliable Rants and my guy Romp. They've made me like stuff like graphics for my channel and everything, thumbnails and everything. So shout out to them. Yeah, I'd be honored if you would do that. All right, guys, we are winding down. I'm kind of running out of steam here. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, I think that's it, guys. I'm pretty much. I think I've said everything I've wanted to say. I've covered all the Suns news. We even got breaking news during this stream. So I guess my final thoughts, and I'll kind of go down the list of my notes. I'll give you guys my final thoughts. Kevin Durant does want to come to the Phoenix Suns. It is his preferred destination. It is at the top of the list. You get Kevin Durant no matter what, you get him. He is under contract, so it's not like Kevin Durant will be here for a season, then he'll leave. Kevin Durant is under a contract no matter what. Kevin Durant's one of the greatest players of all time. Flex from Jersey, who was our Suns insider, truly believes that Kevin Durant will be a Phoenix Sun and that this is a done deal. It's just a matter of when, not if. JaVale McGee, I'm really going to miss you. Best of luck in Dallas. It sucks that we're losing you. Best of luck to you. Devin Booker, under a massive super extension that literally broke. I mean, it kind of broke earlier with Shams, but then Woj tweeted it. And just to recap, Allen Williams wants to play for the Phoenix Suns again. So I'll answer one more question because I think there was a question in here. Derek writes, "Hey Brandon, do you have a Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter?" Yeah, I have all of those. I I created like a page for my son's stuff on Facebook for you Facebook users. So just search Sons Geek and you'll find me. But obviously, if you guys are watching on YouTube, the little ticker at Sons Geek on YouTube, on Instagram, Twitter. I even have a TikTok now, you guys. I haven't really promoted my TikTok much. Because for a while I was just uploading like stupid little videos. I'll even post the TikTok link in the account or in the chat. Do. Um, yeah, I do have a TikTok. What I've basically been doing is just uploading clips from my videos there. Sometimes I'll post like just me recording myself talking about the Suns news. So follow me on TikTok. Um, and I would appreciate that. So that's it, you guys. I'm done. I'm burnt out. I'm tired. I'm gonna drink lots of Starbucks espresso tomorrow to wake myself up. And again, 3-day weekend for me. So I will be covering this stuff. It's gonna be awesome. Stay tuned, you guys. And again, the best way to support me, you guys, is just to keep watching, keep supporting, like the videos, share the videos too, you guys. If you share them, that really helps me out. Tell people about this channel, you guys. You're talking to fellow Suns fans. And again, I know there's lots of great Suns content creators out there, but tell them about me, you guys. Say, hey, I know this guy named Suns Geek. He's been doing this a long time. And, you know, I really appreciate that, you guys. And again, just all your guys' support is amazing. I'm gonna try to get some rest, although I'll probably be up for another 5 hours. And stay tuned for more live streams. Knock on wood, but I'm sort of on a small streak with these live streams. I think in the month of June I did like 3 or 4. And if you guys are new to this channel, the live streams are kind of my Achilles heel. I don't really do them as much as I should, but I want to do more. So stay tuned, you guys. I also want to have more guests on. So hold on, I'm just making sure we're not getting any breaking news here. Okay. Shout out to Jose who says #1 Suns Geek. Well, I appreciate you, man. You guys are all #1 in my hearts because you guys like me. Last question before we go. Abraham says, will you drink Trulies for the next stream? Probably. I probably should have drank one tonight, but I had to stick with Dr. Pepper. I'll probably be all jacked up on espresso tomorrow too, so I'll probably be bouncing up and down the walls. But hey, who knows? Tomorrow maybe there'll be some more Suns news, and I'll do another live stream. If not, I'll probably upload some videos. So stay tuned, you guys. Appreciate you guys all watching. You guys are all incredible people. God bless you guys. Stay safe. And Phoenix Suns for life. Win or lose, Kevin Durant or no Kevin Durant, Phoenix Suns for life. Appreciate you guys watching, and I will see you guys next time. Peace.